This poised young woman wearing a crown is Dominika, a celebrated ballerina at a prestigious Russian theater. With her elegant movements and commanding stage presence, she captivated the attention of wealthy and influential men daily. But despite the admiration, Dominika remained focused solely on one thing: dancing. Her motivation was personal. Her mother suffered from leg issues, and continuing her success on stage ensured free medical care and housing for them both. Though her life seemed glamorous, it was anything but easy. Then, tragedy struck. During a regular performance, her partner made a wrong move and shattered her leg. The scene was horrific, and the pain caused her to lose consciousness. She awoke in the hospital, her leg pinned with metal rods after surgery, and realized her dancing career was over. 3 months later, she was discharged and walking again. Upon returning home, she encountered an unexpected visitor, her uncle Ivan, a high-ranking officer in Russian intelligence. He rarely visited due to his work, but this time he shared tea and left her with an envelope. Inside were photos and a tape recorder. When Dominika listened to the tape, she was stunned. Her dance partner and another ballerina had conspired to cause her injury. The other woman had seduced the man to steal Dominika's place. Furious, she stormed into the theater, found them in the bathroom, and attacked them with a stick. In the chaos, panic overtook her. Had she gone too far? Had she killed someone? She fled, called for help, and rushed back home, only to find her mother on the floor in pain. The caregiver had quit after payments from the conservatory stopped. That was the final blow. Desperate, Dominika sought out Ivan, but her uncle didn't offer help without a price. He agreed to assist her only if she completed a task for him. On Friday at 9 p.m., she was to dress glamorously and sit in the lounge of a luxury hotel. Her mission? Approach Dmitri, a powerful businessman, seduce him, follow him to his room, and at the right moment, swap out his phone without detection. Left with no choice, she accepted. But what started as a simple assignment quickly turned horrifying. Dmitri became aggressive, and just as he was about to assault her, a masked man appeared and strangled him with a steel wire right before her eyes. In shock, she obeyed the killer's instructions. He broke through the door with a silenced pistol, led her to the garage, eliminated a guard, and drove her by motorcycle to a hidden room in the hotel. There, the assassin removed his helmet, revealing his face, and moments later, Ivan walked in. But he was different now, cold, ruthless, and intimidating. He told her she had seen too much and gave her two choices: train to become a Russian spy or be killed. Naturally, she chose survival. Before leaving, she returned home to say goodbye to her mother, and Ivan gave her one final piece of advice: always protect yourself and never block all your escape routes. The next day, a car arrived to pick Dominika up. As she rode along the snow-covered road, she knew her life had changed forever. She was being taken to secret military school number 4, located deep in the frozen, unforgiving Siberian wilderness. Upon arrival, a stern instructor greeted her and handed over the school's rules. Real names and personal information were forbidden. Everyone was simply known as sparrows. Recruits from all over the country trained there under brutal conditions, learning to spot and exploit others' weaknesses. In one lesson, the instructor ordered Dominika and a classmate to strip naked in front of the class. She hesitated, shocked, but was told that their bodies belonged to the state, and to serve the country, they must abandon shame, morals, and dignity. Training also included weapons, burglary, surveillance, and spy tactics. Ivan had been right. Dominika was a natural, excelling at everything. Her success sparked jealousy. One day, while showering, another student tried to assault her. She fought back, beat him with an iron spatula, and was sent to the principal's office. Surprisingly, she wasn't punished, but the instructor didn't let the matter rest. In the next class, he forced Dominika to face her attacker and told her to give him what he wanted. The boy ordered her to turn around, but instead, she calmly undressed, faced him directly, and stood still. Disarmed, the boy backed down. She had figured out what he truly wanted, power, and stripped it from him without violence. Impressed by her ability to read people, the principal approved her early graduation. She returned to Russia, and soon after, Ivan called with her first assignment. A few months prior, a CIA agent named Nash had shot at Russian police to protect an informant and fled. Now believed to be hiding in Budapest, Ivan wanted Dominika to seduce him and uncover the informant's identity. Though reluctant, she had no choice but to accept. In Budapest, she was placed in a secure Russian base. Her roommate, Marta, a seasoned spy, immediately warned her about the station chief, a lecherous man to be cautious around. Sure enough, his behavior confirmed the warning. Dominika, unfazed, stayed focused. Studying reports, she learned Nash loved swimming and visited a local pool daily. She began tailing him discreetly. After observing him for a day, she dyed her hair blonde, adopted a new disguise, and went to the pool, pretending to register. When asked for her details, she impulsively gave her real name, almost as if to dare him to discover her. Wearing a revealing outfit, she walked past Nash, pretending not to notice him, but he noticed. As she exited the pool, Nash approached and revealed he had seen her the day before and recognized her hair change. He knew she was trying to get close. Dominika kept her cool, returned home by bus, and smiled to herself. This was just the beginning. The next day, she returned to the pool, but Nash wasn't there. When she turned in her locker key, the staff informed her that her registration form had vanished. Nash had taken it. With it, he learned that Dominika was not only a former ballerina, but also the niece of a high-ranking Russian intelligence officer. This raised suspicions. Why would someone use their real name on a covert mission? He began to wonder, could he flip her? They met again days later at a wine reception, fully aware of each other's identities. Nash openly said, "I want to be your friend," and they arranged to have dinner. But when Dominika returned to her apartment, Marta was gone. Seizing the opportunity, she searched Marta's room and found a hidden envelope containing intimate photos of Marta with a high-ranking American, none other than the Chief of Staff of the U.S. Senate. Then she heard the door. Marta was back. Dominika acted normal, but had also managed to read pages from Marta's diary. She learned she was about to close a $250,000 deal for classified information, with the meeting set in London. That night, Marta handed Dominika an official warning. She was being reported for refusing to sleep with the station chief, who claimed she was failing her mission. Dominika canceled her dinner with Nash and decided to follow him in secret, eventually locating his residence. The next day, she appeared at his door, crying, putting on a convincing show to win his trust. She tried seduction and vulnerability, but Nash wasn't fooled. He urged her to think about what she truly wanted in life. For the first time, Dominika felt defeat. She couldn't manipulate him. She went back to his apartment, using her training to break in. Inside, she found nothing, until she noticed 2 used wine glasses. She took one with Nash's fingerprints, thinking it could prove useful later. Back at the base, she was startled to see Ivan waiting. The station chief had reported her failures. Under pressure, Dominika played her last card. She told Ivan about Marta's secret deal and claimed she was involved too, requesting the $250,000 herself. Ivan saw potential in the intel and chose to trust her. As he was leaving, Ivan said he'd forgotten his coat. Dominika rushed to retrieve it and noticed his passport. She memorized the number. But when she turned, she came face to face with Marta, gun pointed at her. Marta had overheard her conversation with Ivan. Furious, she demanded to know why Dominika was trying to steal the target she had worked over a year to secure. Dominika, calm and cold, told her bluntly, Marta would never get access to that much money. As the deputy director's niece, Dominika claims she could personally secure the money and finalize the deal, even getting the Russian security chief to authorize it. Marta, skeptical, questioned why Dominika would endanger herself for this mission. That's when Dominika revealed a haunting secret. She had witnessed Dmitri's murder, carried out under Ivan's direct command. It was a secret so dangerous that if it ever leaked, she'd be silenced. By confiding in Marta, she unintentionally put her in danger too. Afterward, Dominika headed to the train station and bought a ticket to Vienna. On the way, she passed a bank and locked eyes on her next target, a shy, inexperienced employee. As the bank closed, she pretended to desperately need to open an account. The young man, who was locking up, offered to help. Dominika, using charm, invited him for coffee while they filled out the paperwork, and he eagerly accepted. Meanwhile, driven by jealousy and revenge, Marta went straight to the Russian intelligence station chief and exposed everything she knew about Dominika's vulnerabilities, a rash and fatal decision. Later that night, Dominika returned to her Budapest apartment. Something felt off. Marta wasn't there. The bathroom door was slightly open. Inside, she found Marta's lifeless body, savagely murdered. Standing there was the same killer who had murdered Dmitri. He spared Dominika only because she was Ivan's niece, but his warning was chilling. If anyone else ever found out what she knew, she'd be next. Though the police investigated, they found no solid evidence. Dominika was released, and waiting for her outside was Nash. He had received critical intel confirming that Dominika was a sparrow, trained by the Russian government. Nash confronted her directly, criticizing the cold and ruthless treatment Russian agents endured. He urged her to defect and work with the CIA, promising protection just as he'd given others before. His words struck a chord, and Dominika agreed. Nash brought her to a secure CIA safe house in Budapest, where 2 senior American agents awaited her. As a precaution, they subjected her to a lie detector test and intense questioning. But Dominika's training was too advanced for such tactics. When the interrogation ended, she flipped the script and laid down her own terms: $30,000 a month, wired to her Vienna account. The agents hesitated. She hadn't yet provided anything of real value. But then she dropped a bombshell. The U.S. Senate's chief of staff was involved in an illegal missile sale. The Americans were stunned. It was clear this woman was no ordinary defector. When the time came, Dominika traveled to a London hotel where the deal was to take place. In the room waited $250,000 from the Russians, along with a fake CIA disk hidden in a secret desk compartment. She went to the bar to wait for her contact, Stephanie, the Senate chief of staff. But Maxim, the Russian intelligence station chief, arrived first, feigning helpfulness. Dominika instantly recognized he was sent by Ivan to monitor her. Soon after, Stephanie showed up. At first, she hesitated. She was expecting Marta. Ready for this, Dominika appealed to Stephanie's desperation for money and convinced her to proceed. In the room, Stephanie saw the cash and handed over the real disc. Dominika began switching it with the fake, but the process took too long and raised Maxim's suspicions. Just in time, the CIA agents next door staged an interruption, posing as hotel managers requesting a guest survey. The distraction worked. Maxim stepped out, giving Dominika the moment she needed to finish the exchange. Before parting, she advised Stephanie to wait an hour before leaving, but Stephanie ignored the warning. As she stepped outside with the suitcase, she noticed she was being followed. Panicked, she ditched the case in a trash bin and ran across the street. A truck struck her, killing her instantly. A Russian agent stationed nearby witnessed the whole thing and immediately reported it. Maxim responded quickly, escorting Dominika straight to the airport under the pretense that the Russian director wanted to personally congratulate her. He asked for her passport and ticket. Dominika sensed the danger, but stayed composed, pretending all was well. Meanwhile, Nash recovered the disc from the hotel. When he heard of Stephanie's death, he instantly realized Dominika was in danger. Racing to the airport, he spotted her in the boarding line. She saw him and subtly shook her head, "Don't interfere." Nash understood, feeling powerless to help. Once in Moscow, Dominika was taken straight to Russian intelligence headquarters. An interrogator wasted no time. Had she leaked information to the Americans? Dominika denied everything, even as Ivan authorized torture, niece or not. She was stripped, locked in a freezing cell, doused with cold water and beaten. During questioning, they showed her a video. Maxim had been executed. The interrogator pointed a gun at her head and asked again if she had betrayed her country. She denied it. He pulled the trigger, but the gun was empty. Then Ivan entered. He demanded to know the truth. Dominika insisted everything she did was to gain the Americans' trust and discover their informant. Her explanation aligned perfectly with Sparrow training: complete the mission by any means necessary. Ivan, persuaded, ordered her release. But the other Russian intelligence officials weren't so easily convinced. The director and headmaster of the spy academy were convinced that Dominika was playing Ivan. They made it clear, if any truth surfaced, Ivan himself would have to eliminate his niece. Still, Dominika returned to Budapest and sought out Nash. She knew he'd never reveal the identity of the informant, which meant it was only a matter of time before Russia turned against her. To protect herself, she demanded the CIA transfer $250,000 into her account in Vienna. Nash agreed. By then, he was emotionally worn down. But something unexpected happened. Dominika awoke to find herself alone in bed. Nash had vanished. In the kitchen, she walked into a nightmare. The same assassin who had killed Dmitri and Marta was now strangling Nash with a steel wire. Thinking quickly, Dominika pretended to cooperate. She helped tie Nash up and even held him down as the killer prepared a surgical kit, tools used to treat burn victims, now intended for torture. But Dominika was waiting for the perfect moment. As soon as the assassin turned away, she grabbed a tool and attacked. A violent struggle broke out. The killer slashed with the knife, trying to kill them both. But Dominika acted with precision, severing the tendons in his leg. The man collapsed. She finished him off. Later, she awoke in a hospital. Her physical wounds were minor, but her true danger was now clear. With the assassin dead, it was obvious she had drawn Russian suspicion. A target was now on her back. Then, unexpectedly, the headmaster of the spy school appeared. She thought her end had come, but instead, he revealed a shocking truth. He was the informant. He explained that his betrayal of Russia began when his wife died of cancer after being denied access to American treatment. Tired of living a lie, he saw potential in Dominika to carry on his work. His plan? She would turn him in, become a national hero, and carry on as a double agent. Dominika then made the boldest move of her life. She walked into a police station and confessed to killing the assassin. She asked to be taken to the Russian embassy and demanded to speak with the Director of National Security. Once connected, she whispered the name of the supposed informant. At that same moment, the headmaster sat at home, door unlocked, ready for arrest. But no one came. The police escorted Dominika to the airport. The CIA was already waiting. Nash looked at her with a mix of disappointment and respect. She had completed the mission on her own terms. Suddenly, a Russian helicopter arrived. The informant was brought in for the exchange. Nash requested to see the prisoner's face. When the hood was removed, shock swept over him. It wasn't the headmaster. It was Ivan. Dominika had orchestrated everything. Upon investigation, incriminating evidence was found. A cup with Nash's fingerprints in Ivan's home, a secret account in Vienna, transfers, and the encrypted data from the floppy disk. Everything pointed to him. Ivan, with no escape, whispered his final words into Dominika's ear before walking toward the Americans. But Russia does not let traitors live. A sniper struck, killing Ivan with a bullet to the head. Dominika returned to Russia not as a defector, but a hero. She was welcomed with honor, even applauded by the headmaster himself. She replaced her uncle as the new head of national security. And yet, she remained Russia's deadliest sparrow, or perhaps the CIA's most valuable double agent, or both. In this world of shadows, masks, and power games, Dominika now played her most dangerous role, alone against everyone.